So I've got this idea to do a video series, What Am I Thinking? So whether it's right or wrong, I'm going to walk you through what I was thinking in that moment. And I think it'd be pretty fun because this was a very fun dogfight. So I like to merge around 500 and I'll go slower or faster depending on what I want to do. I'll pull harder or softer depending on what I want to do. So if you noticed, he merged right over top of my cockpit, and whether it's a good thing or bad thing, he kind of pulled me up. I didn't want to lose him in VR, so I kind of followed my eyes. So here I'm watching him, and you're going to see he kind of split S's on those, and I'm looking at my speed, making sure I'm at rate speed. I'm trying to stay horizontal, but here I'm going to go ahead and commit to going nose down. A quick check of my altitude, and if I have 3,000, I should be fine. Try to put him at 11 o'clock because I'm pulling lead on the down. And watch when we're going up, like this is surprising how vertical we're actually going. And it looks so much different a lot of times when you watch it in externals from what you think you're doing in the first person view. So I checked my speed and I'm a little bit slow. So you'll notice I put my flight path marker below the horizon and I'm gaining back my speed, and it looks like he's still going up. And I usually play a few planes below whoever I'm fighting. I have this idea that flying the straightest path will help me cut angles on them. I don't know if it's exactly right, but usually I don't do a whole lot of yo-yoing. Here I've got my flight path marker just below the horizon, trying to get as much speed as I can. And when he gets to the top of my screen, which is about here, I'm going to start pulling him in and try to get him in the HUD to take a shot at him. And I'd like to stop around 360. That's kind of my cutoff number. I went a little bit below that, so now my nose is back under the horizon, loosening my grip on the stick and letting my speed come back. Usually I like to get them in this, like, I call it like a misaligned trap, where I pull for the shot when they're at the farthest point in my circle, pull them in, take my shot, and then immediately let off the stick and get my speed back. Sometimes I don't even pull for the shot. I'll just let him get as close to the HUD as I can and then immediately let off the stick, unload when he's the closest, and get speed, and then when he's at the farthest point, I'll pull again. And you'll see I kind of did that here. I pulled, I knew I wasn't going to get the shot, so I immediately unloaded, and I'm going to let him get far away, and then I'm going to pull again. And for me, I think I'm not necessarily flying by the numbers, but I'm flying by the G's. Like, I'll pull for the shot and then look at my speed and take note of where my G was, where I was in that circle. And I think it's really cool too. I don't know if you saw the head movement, but like DCS tracks your head movement so you can actually see where I'm looking in externals. But yeah, I think right just above 400 is kind of my top number, and then I like to pull and stop around 360 for my bottom number. Here again, I pull lead, try to put him around 10, 11 o'clock. Watching him, make sure he doesn't pull into me. The Hornet's tricky because it can pull AOA and it can get a shot on you sometimes when you don't expect it. So I like to go lag on the up and then pull lead on the down. And here I do a big time lead because I'm afraid I'm going in the water. So I try to go back into lag on the up. And I'm still trying to stay in lag, then roll to lead. Now back into lag. It's kind of tricky because he's right above my canopy, so I'm looking straight up. Lag, and now roll back into lead, make sure I don't hit the water. I'm looking at him. I thought he'd exit into the rate, but he doesn't, which is scary. He's right above me again. So I'm just kind of going pure, unsure if I'm up or down. So at this point, I'm just going to fall in behind him, because surely he's going to exit into the rate, but he doesn't. He goes back up again. Here I'm a little bit lost, unsure where I am in the roller. Right about here I realize if I keep pulling, he's going to pull a shot for me, so I push the nose down, negative, and I swing the Mirage back around this way, basically just sliding out of the way of his shots, and now I get my own shot. He can't get the nose on me, thank goodness. So now he's going to exit back into the rate, I'm sure of it. Again, I'm nose down, flight path under the horizon as much as I can, getting my speed back. He's at the top of my screen, doesn't matter, I'm pulling for the shot. I tried 2 different radar modes, can't get a lock. Take my shots and I miss, and of course he goes up again because why not? And he rolls back. I miss again. Now he's back into the rate, right? Nope, he's reversed. I felt like that was nasty. And then check out my pilot, just watching the plane go by, admiring his shot, like a player that just hit a home run. Hey, Plexi, that's what you get.